welcome back. So today we're going to do just a flip through my first album that I did. This one, I used to do them, let me see if you can see, it's 2015, it's January through March. I'm gonna change this, I don't know if I like this. But this is how, when I first started scrapbooking again, I used to scrapbook when I was in high school, but it was not nearly anything as cool as this. Years before, I was just doing albums on Shutterfly that you could just put them on the computer and just order the books. But I decided to start scrapbooking again because my husband told me I needed a hobby. So this is what my first one I did. Now, I started trying to get into like crafty artsy stuff again by doing plannering, like planner stuff, and I just kind of was like, this is just not for me. I'd rather do scrapbook stuff that I could save all the time instead of just like memory planning, because I just take so many pictures. If you're new here, I majored in photography in college, so I take way too many pictures. So let's just jump right in. When I first started scrapbooking again, I really only had, I think, 2 or 3 paper pads and just like a couple of Project Life kits that I had purchased in the stores. As I've gotten more into it, I've watched more videos of other people, I've gotten a lot more products. So this is the first one when I first started scrapbooking again, because before, when I scrapbooked, it was pretty gnarly. So the album is a Becky Higgins Project Life one. So I'm just gonna bring them up here. So I did a title page, and I tried this is not good when I look at it now, but at the same way, it makes me like happy that I tried something new and branched out. So it's just the memory of, instead of taking a picture of what was going on, it's kind of showing that I was just kind of new at this. So that's what I used to do. I used to do a title page, and then I would do monthly title pages. So this was my January monthly page. And so I had this snowflake punch that I probably had had for forever. And then just some stickers that I bought. And then these are just Project Life cards and cardstock, and probably the first washi tape I bought. So like I said, I am not fond of these first couple books. I mean, I love them because I love the pictures, but I'm not super like invested in them. So I just did a little bit of stamping, a little bit of punches. Here's my guys, and then I would do just January. Then here's when I started getting to the pockets. I actually redid these pages after I'd kind of done this whole book. Then I went through and was like, I could do better. So I just did some layering. I used to, this was like, so how crazy I was. I don't like my handwriting, and I am the worst speller in the entire universe. And I would look at each page, then I would go through and type what I wanted on my computer and then print it off and then cut it out. But now I kind of just write down stuff. I mean, I like the look of it, but it was just a waste of time. So I just did little accents, a little filler card. Oh gosh, look how little he was. He's such a big kid now. He doesn't even look like that anymore. And then here, just did a little journaling. But, I mean, he's so cute. I love these kids. And this is before the baby came. So there's Reese at 4 months. He's about 3 and 4 months now. So they are having a lot of fun. And this was the last couple weeks we lived in Kentucky. We moved to South Carolina shortly after these pictures. So, I mean, they're still this good of friends, and I think they were literally doing this 5 minutes ago, where he was holding the phone and he was watching. So, this one's so funny. I mean, I have no journaling on this except for it's the title saying a boy with his balloon. But he got this balloon when he got his hair cut, and he loved this balloon, and it inflated, and he brought it when we packed it. It was the funniest thing. So, I mean, I don't really like this, but I like the memory. I probably, now that I think about it, I'll probably do a little bit of journaling on this or stick it somewhere that I can pull it out, just so I remember the story in a long time. Here's Reese's first bites. So this is like a 3-picture. I mean, I don't love this, but I mean, it's done, and I'm so far behind. I'm still working on 2015, but I'm done with this album, so that's all that matters. It's my own fault. I just take too many pictures. If I didn't take so many pictures, then I wouldn't have this problem. So it's just a lot of things, and I have the worst time keeping pictures in the, I mean, I have a lot of bulk in them, and they kind of fall out. So I think I'm going to start washi taping them in. So, I mean, these are just really simple. I still feel like that his eyes stare straight into my soul. He's just, he like is the cutest little guy. He judges you though. So this one, I was pretty proud of myself on this. So I took this 4x6 and I cut it up and put on the pictures. So this is just playing at the park. I hate this style of pages. It drives me crazy. And then, so this was one day. This was the 21st. Oh, this ripped. And then this was like 2 days. Yeah, this was 3 days later. We had a giant snowstorm in Kentucky. So, a lot of just fillers. I mean, I think the first Project Life kit I bought was like the seasonal one, which was fine. But I don't really like those cards anymore. They're too repetitious. I mean, I use what I have, but. So, I mean, it's just kind of a lot of the same system. I still like to get a lot of prints and like things from offline that I can just print out. So it kind of says, instead of me just putting them on Pinterest that I think they're funny, now I'll print them out and include them just because that's what I thought was funny at that time. So there's me and Reese. So, I mean, these are cute for what they are. It kind of shows that I was kind of newer to this again. Here's me just talking about, was this the Golden Globes? Yeah, Golden Globes. It's because I love award shows. I mean, I don't think I ever see anything that is nominated or anything, but I mean, I have 2 kids. Well, now I have 3 kids, so I really never see anything. Don't really like that either, but that's okay. It's about getting it done, I feel like, at this point. Here's an overlay that I just put on some cardstock. Sorry about the glare. There's really no good way of showing these without there being some kind of shine. I don't have any lights on. I just have the windows open. So then I have February. I think this one turned out really cute. I tried a little bit of like the ghosting technique where you stamp and then you stamp again. I did some layering. I mean, for somebody who's new at this, I thought I did okay. I first kind of started wanting to do this because of stamps, because I was like, oh, I'll make cards, but I was terrible at stamping and coloring. I just do not have the patience for it. So I found out very quickly that was not the path in life. And then this is a significant moment. I think in February we moved down to Charleston, and this was the first day that Jackson got a bunch of dinosaurs, and we have not looked back from dinosaurs. So I've got these big stickers and just showing the craziness. My grandma, who used to live with us, who just recently passed, she bought him. Grandmas don't buy just one thing, and then great grandmas really just don't buy one thing. She bought him like every dinosaur they had, and he loves them. He still has them. So here, talk about the Super Bowl, and that's when there was that crazy shark that like couldn't dance correctly. And just a funny meme. I need a vacation, and by vacation I mean I need to move away and find a new job on a beach with rum. And it was kind of what we did. We moved from the middle of Kentucky we lived from Lexington to Charleston, so we moved to the beach. I mean, there's rum here. And so there's moving day. And then there's my dad with the boys. They were so excited. They still are so happy to, if you can hear screaming, Jackson's practicing his yodeling in the back. He was just sleeping. He's so cute. It took a while for us to get all of our stuff here, so moving cross country is not fun. So they're playing. This is a filler card. And then there's one of the first really pretty sunsets. We have the prettiest sunsets here. So, I mean, this is not anything super exciting, but it's super exciting to me looking at memories. I don't have a lot of great skills to share. So there's this 5 months picture. There's my nephew. So it was really fun. We got to live right by my sister and my nephew. And now brother-in-law. So I had a lot of fun doing these. It's just so fun to look back at these pictures. They're so cute. Here's Valentine's Day. And here on Valentine's Day, it's kind of warm. So we actually got to go outside and go for a walk. So I found though, because at first I like to do things really themey. And now I've kind of noticed that I'd rather kind of just do generic things for even themed things. So I kind of stopped buying themed kits. Ooh. See, I have the word. It's this kind here. I just cannot keep pages in. So while we were waiting for our house we were renting to be ready, we stayed at my great grandma's condo, and we had a blast. It was so funny. Jackson still loves helping do laundry. So I have some dates just on here. I kind of took pictures of projects on there. I mean, this kind of stuff is the stuff that I really love to document. Just like saying that we had tattoos, and then I kind of said that we had fun doing them together. Oh, here's Reese's first tooth. Unfortunately, my baby got her first tooth last night, and man alive, it has been a rough couple of days. I had a really bad cold, and then she got this tooth, so I'm just never sleeping, apparently. And then here, this was the finale of Parks and Rec, and it's probably my favorite show. I mean, I think I've watched the whole series like 5 or 6 times. So this was a significant moment for me, just because I love that show so much. That's the back. But with Scrapbook in high school, I would just cram as many pictures as I could on one page. And I like that this kind of forces you to take things as they are. Now, this piece was this, and this, and this, and this. And then the saying and the little ring with the leaves was a part of it. And then I fussy cutted another piece of paper that was with it and added more flowers to it. So I think I needed a filler, and this was my solution. And then here's March. So we're moving right along. I mean, that's my cute little attempt at clusters. It's fine. Like I said, it's done. I'm happy. So there's more of us. They're so cute. Okay, this is Jackson. He doesn't eat anything. I have to force him to eat anything. Now he finally eats chicken nuggets, but he loves Greek yogurt. Is that funny or what? So there's my great grandma and Jackson. They just had the best time together. It's so funny. But it's nice having all this stuff documented because they're really young, so they can look back and start remembering all this stuff again. But here's us just all hanging out. I mean, this one pad I got was like apparently for little boys, and it is shiny. It's like blue foil. So here's at the park. So I just did a little bit of layering. Nothing exciting. I mean, I'm sorry, these are kind of boring. They're not boring to me, but I'm sure my mom will be watching, and she won't find them boring either, but. So I just did a little bit of punches. But I am just trying to get things done at the moment. I'm trying to just complete some albums to the point where I like them. Here's one of those, they're 6x6. I can't decide if I love these or hate these. They're cute. So when I did this, all I did was order all of the pictures from that year. I mean, they were already edited, but I didn't like configure them to fit into pockets or stuff like that. So I had to kind of work with the picture, and if it was a big picture, I needed a big space, and I wanted the things to try to stay in order. I mean, now they're like ridiculously in order, like by the day, but back then, oh, this is so cute. So, I mean, so cute. He used to line them up, and he started naming them, and he kept naming them all. His cousin's name is Atticus, and he would name most of them Atticus. Look how cute he is. God, that kid. He's going to be in kindergarten next year. My grandma bought the boys all matching. She had bought Atticus and Jackson these overalls when Jackson was like 6 months, and Reese finally fit into them. So I took a picture of, I think Atticus was like 2. Yeah, he was 2 there, and Jackson was like 6 months. And Reese was, what was it, 5 or 6 months there. So I showed them all in the same little outfit. Here's at the Children's Museum in Charleston. So just some fun pictures. My dad's so silly. Oh, this glare. I'm so sorry. So there's them playing. This Children's Museum, if you've ever been in Charleston, the Children's Museum is awesome. So I think it was Atticus's birthday, so that's why we were there. 4, I think. He just turned 7 the other day. All right. I mean, we have a lot of fun. Some paint and water tables, and Maurice was too little to really do anything then, but man, he's crazy when we go there now. So this is like the funniest memory, this one. So when Atticus was 2, he had his birthday party at the Children's Museum, and he like disappeared and then ran out, and he was carrying this turkey. So every time we go now, we take a picture of him with this turkey because it's so funny. He'll never live it down. Oh, here, this is Reese's 6 month. Now, I actually really liked this one. The paper had this on it, and then I added just something in the middle, the little title, but I really like how this one turned out. Like, I'd probably do something very similar to that. Excuse me, now. All right, man, this is taking forever. This is just a clip from a documentary we watched with Will Ferrell. And it's all hanging out. There was a Sonic right by my grandma's house, so we always went and got Sonic. Milkshakes are the best. I feel like this pad of paper, though, went on forever. Like, I really used this for most of this. That shiny blue foil, which is hard to use for pictures when you're filming them. So this hat, I think pretty much the second after I took this picture, he took the hat and threw it into the lake. So that hat was never worn again. I mean, we washed it, and maybe it was, I don't know, it was one of these days. We washed it, and we did the best, but it never came to shape again. The turtles in the lake. Hi, Reese. Here is my nephew reading to Reese. So this one's just kind of simple. I liked, though, because he was reading, that I used a lot of text. And this paper just had text on it. And then this is a really, if you've had a pet that passed away, this is how I did our pet. That was Wrigley. She was the sweetest little girl. She passed, and I think she was 6 or 7. But this is how we kind of went about it. So I did just a really nice picture of her and a nice little quote saying, "No longer by my side, but forever in my heart." And then we just, my husband and me actually did this together. We just kind of wrote down some sweet memories and how much we'll miss her. And then next to it, so I guess this is kind of like a double page. I really don't do multiple, I think everything kind of just goes together. This is just, sorry, I don't know what Reese is doing. Trying to get a granola bar. This is just pictures that we really loved of her when we had her. And her with our other dogs. And her and Jackson were just best friends from the second he came home from the hospital. They were like inseparable. So it's just a nice, sweet way of remembering without it just being kind of sad. It's just a nice way to remember. And then moving forward, this is Atticus's birthday party. It was a Word World themed birthday party, which was a show on PBS. I think if you have the app, if you have kids, it's still on there. It's really cute. I wish that it hadn't gone away because my kids still love it. So I went on the internet and just found a bunch of pictures and printed them off. So all of these guys are just little characters. So because he's not my child and I don't care who his friends are, I didn't put any pictures of his friends in here. So they're just pictures of us with them. I mean, there was like 30 other kids. I'm kind of impressed that I cut everybody out. Here's his cake. Hi, buddy. Oh, it's blueberry. Here, you want me to open it?
Blueberries are yummy.
Yeah, blueberries are yummy.
We opened it.
You did it. Good job. Okay, go eat it. Sorry, that's Reese. He thinks blueberries are yummy. So another little meme thing. I just think that stuff's really funny, so I like to document it. There's the first time Reese sat up by himself in the, oh gosh, shopping cart. I mean, he got that leapfrog tablet and that was it. This is one of my favorite quotes. Husbands are best friends to share secrets with. They'll never tell anyone because they're not really listening anyways. That's just pretty much is our relationship with my husband. Here's the St. Patrick's Day one I did. We are not Irish or have even a smidge of Irish in us. So this is the one page. So Jackson put the frosting in his eyes. This is so funny. I mean, he's totally fine. But it's a bib that was passed down. And a couple days later, here's some ice cream. So we had cupcakes and ice cream 2 days in a row. I mean, that's the life, really. So, I mean, this one I don't really like. And there's just a floating piece of paper in there, so that's fun. So I'll go back and fix that. Here is, I did a spring photo shoot. So I did very little work on these. I just kind of cut a couple flowers out and then plopped the pictures down. So I'll go through these kind of fast. These are just pictures that I took. My guys. Not my favorite pictures, but you know what? It shows the picture. I mean, he's so cute. So these are just real simple. It's so funny though, because I don't feel like they look alike unless I look at their pictures of what they were at that time. So Margot is a little bit older than Reese now, and she really looks like that now. And you wouldn't look at them now and think that. I mean, she looks very similar to that. That's a sweet one of my nephew. So cute. So we surprised everybody with these in my family. Shiny. So it was just a really nice little pond that she had at our condo. We were out there every day. That hat's so cute. We found a geese. Almost done with March. So here's just us hanging out again. Jackson admiring himself in the mirror. Then my husband actually, while we were in Charleston, he had to stay in Lexington and finish out his school, his classes. So we just hung out there. This is probably one of my favorite ones still that I've ever done. I just love this. It just turned out so well. He used to just walk up to Reese and go, nose. So it's so sweet. Look how cute they are. Hold on, buddy. I'm almost done. Sorry, I gotta film these in the middle of the day. My husband finally is back, so we're really excited. And we went to our favorite restaurant in Charleston's Fleet Landing. It's right on the water. It's beautiful. You get to watch the dolphins. So we had a lot of fun. We actually, when they were little like that, we'd have people come up to us all the time and tell us how good they were. Because they were really good. I mean, they're still really good, but people are more impressed with little tiny children. Yeah, Jackson doesn't like pants. I think oh, I know what happened. My mom gave him a bag of like cereal and he dropped it all over himself, so there's sugar everywhere. My parents and Adam, they went to go watch a University of Kentucky basketball game. I don't care, so I stayed home with the kids. All right, this is us at the beach. There's a beach called Folly Beach right by us, and that's where we like to go. So, I mean, this is really samey. I don't know. I don't know if I like this kind of stuff anymore. This is such a sweet picture. I love that. So, Jackson had been to the beach before. This was Reese's first time. This water's kind of cool.
This what?
Hold on, buddy. Reese does not care for the beach as much as Jackson does. There's me and the guys. It's a very rare time that I'm in a picture unless it's a selfie. I mean, before cameras used to take selfies, I don't think I was ever in any pictures. I think this one turned out kind of sweet. He's so sweet. And this is the last one for March. So I hope you liked this flip through. If you stuck through to the end, congratulations, I'm impressed. If you've not subscribed, then you should, because you just hung out for 26 minutes. So thanks so much for watching. Give me a like, and thank you for taking the time out of your day to go through my cute little memories. If you have any questions, just put them down below, and have a wonderful day. Bye.